Better not be
What
cursed.
is this?
Is that Darkmoor the Wicked? I don't believe it.
This is a big bear.
His territory ran from the Wood of Sharp Teeth to Cloakwood.
Don't wander far.
It took half an army to drive him out. How did he end up here?
Please, be welcome. Have a drink. To your very good health.
Meet her stare head on as you examine her body language. Yeah, I don't trust this drink yet.
She is anxious for you to drink the wine first, and it's an anxiety you recognize. Not every knave prefers a blade in the ribs or arrow in the back. Some prefer poison.
Sniff the wine to see if it's tampered with.
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering.
I prefer using Venion's breath for interrogations. It doesn't carry a scent.
No, but it does leave the subject paralyzed. Whatever comes after, I would have you standing on your own 2 feet.
All right.
Bottoms up.
We'll pass a lie detector.
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
Despite knowing you're under the effect of the drug, try to deny the tadpole has any influence over you.
Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
He's back. Perhaps you should have hit him harder.
Believe me, he was well and truly dead. I locked his corpse in the Thorn Mausoleum myself. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local Druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorn live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope.
What, you think I can kill him?
Not immediately. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
I want to be cured.
Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise.
That's true.
Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet.
How do I reach him?
You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Hey, it's Farrah.
I need a quick word.
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too.
Glad you made it too. It's one hell of a curse.
It wasn't the curse that did us in. We were ambushed out in the darkness by cultists. We surrendered. But that wasn't enough for them. They lined us up like dogs. Someone told them to rot in the Nine Hells, that we weren't going anywhere. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue.
Seen a lot of nasty ambushes in my time, but that one sounds like the worst.
It just never stops. Some of us fought back. Or tried to. But it was hopeless. All I could do was run.
Only fools fight in ambush. Better to live and strike another day.
That means a lot, coming from you. You always seem to take everything in your stride. How do you do it? How do you keep going?
Only the strong survive. You want to live? Focus on yourself.
If you say so. But not everyone is as strong as you are. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit.
I'm sure they're
Maybe.
fine.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. You've enough on your plate. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Alright. We haven't had a good heist in a while. You have a heist for me, kitty?
Hiss! I say hiss!
I'll hiss back. Animal friendship.
I see. Yes, perhaps you're right.
Good. I'd like it if we could have a civil discussion.
Fine.
How'd you get here?
It was quite straightforward. I slinked.
What's your name?
I call myself His Majesty.
I could use like someone I could use someone like you in my camp. Care to join?
I'd rather die.
Fair. Heard anything interesting around here?
Plenty of pointless banging about. The only highlight was when the cleric here promised me a bit of milk that is yet to materialize. My conclusion? She's a liar.
Oh, fair enough. I like that kitty. That might have been the first cat we've met in this game. I can't remember any others. Oh, it's Raphael. He's actually the devil. Ooh,
Your
Molly.
move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cleric.
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Moll's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
Shouldn't be... well, Yeah, let's try to rig the game. Oh.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava! Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked. She cheated, of course, but that's half her charm.
Did you just bugger off to hell?
Hell is wherever I take it. I just call it hope, remember? But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Besides, I do enjoy being in this neighborhood again. It has such a rich history of abject tragedy. And tragedy, my friend, well, there's my bread and bloody butter.
Alright, you stay away from Moll.
She won. She has a taste for it now. She'll be the one who comes to me. But enough about my lesser pursuits. Why bother with trifles when I'm in the illustrious presence of my very favorite client? Tell me, oh apple of my eye, how have you been? You don't have any gills to get green around yet, but you do look a little worse for wear in this light.
You know, I've never been better.
Splendid. And yet, I have this picture in my head of you tossing and turning in the middle of the night, thinking strange things, dreaming strange dreams. And there's this little voice inside of you asking, is this my will, or is it the worm's? But you have no answer, and no way of knowing. The good thing is, though, there's only one little voice you really should listen to. Mine. See you soon.
Alright, I might have considered his awful offer to get the tadpole out of my head before. But Moll here, she's my favorite. She hooked us up with our first heist.
Nice strategy back there. If we put our heads together, I bet you and me can make a tidy stack of coin in Baldur's Gate. Raphael's offered me a partnership already, and it seems like a sweeter deal than throwing my lot in with you.
Raphael is a real, literal devil. You and your soul are in danger, Maul. I get the feeling she already knows this. She's smart.
You aren't joking? Oh, I kind of believe him more now than I did a minute ago.
What exactly did he offer you?
Protection for me and my kids, that's all.
Her smile is broad, her eyes twinkling, her face the very picture of innocence. She's clearly lying.
But I haven't accepted nothing yet. Sounds like you're in deeper than I am.
Raphael's dangerous. What did he really offer you?
What I said! That he'd get me and my gang safely to Baldur's Gate. And also, when we get there, I'd be head of the Thieves' Guild.
Oh, that's not so bad. I like it.
I had the Grove running pretty smooth. I'll do the same in Baldur's Gate. And I can keep the kids safe. Zevlor couldn't save everyone. It's my job to look after those who survived. Now there's no Grove, no coin, no one taking us to the city. I'm not letting my crew get eaten by shadows. Maybe I'll make a deal, maybe I won't. But it'll be my choice, not the devil's, and not yours.
Actually, Maul, I actually kind of like the deal
I
now.
wonder if I could con some gold off that cleric.
Don't want any surprises. Yes, Mom.
Maybe I should con some gold off that cleric. She here? That you?
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Sereth, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one.
I don't see Zevlor. Is he missing too?
Aye, and more than half the others with him.
We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender. But they were toying with us, making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse.
Yeah, you did right.
Prison's the best I can hope for the ones we left behind. Zevlor seemed to think the cult wanted us alive. I almost hope he never found out why.
What's going on upstairs? Maybe the cleric's in here.
anything of use?
Listen.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh. I think I found the Cleric of Light. Not to break your concentration or anything.
I didn't realize I had an audience. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isobel. Pleased to meet you.
Save you? How do you figure that?
We've been waiting, hoping against hope, for someone like you. Free from the Absolute's influence, yet able to walk among cultists. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. Let me guess. Jaheira sent you to beg a protection spell off her favorite cleric.
All right.
Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out.
Anything else I should know?
Ketheric is a frightening man. But you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that?
Uh-oh.
Something's wrong.